NinkComPoops, I hope this video finds you happy and healthy. Today's video is going to be a book review, and this video could be for someone who's either contemplating the book, whether to get it or not, or it could be for somebody who's never even heard of it. If you like books and or book reviews, give this video a thumbs up so I know that my type of audience are into this kind of thing, and I hope you enjoy. So the book that I'm going to be talking about in today's video is Louise / Sprinkleofglitter'S book. Louise / Sprinkleofglitter'S. Life with a Sprinkle of Glitter. Now, let me be honest, 100% with you, because you know I always am. Even if I'm sponsored by something, I'm going to be completely and honestly truthful. I'm not reviewing this book for you because I'm a YouTuber and she's a YouTuber. I'm not reviewing this book because I watch her religiously on YouTube. I'm basically doing it because the only time I ever really promote a book on my channel is when it's something like a help guide, or it's like a feel-good book, or it's a book about promoting happiness and things that I relate to myself and do a lot of on my channel. And if I feel that I am a lot like this book I'm reading, I think, hey, I have an audience who like this sort of stuff, why don't I show them the book? Obviously I just said that I didn't really have a huge fan obsession with Sprinkleofglitter. I think she's a nice girl, but I didn't really have in mind picking this book up because of her. I thought it was good that she's done it, but I was like, hold on a second, this book is actually barely written all over it. Not literally, because that would be a very boring book. Oh, can I just say, every time I read a new page, I would turn it over and sniff. Please don't tell me I'm the only one who is crazy in this world, and does anyone else sniff their books? Because I would spend the £6 I spent on this book just to sniff it any day. Ow, that hit my nose. So first things first are the basics. I want to talk about the book. The things that really stood out to me the most overall, before I get into the contents and the goodies and the real reason why I liked it so much. The size. The size is so cute. It's so lovely. For example, I'm not mocking her or anything, but Zoella's book was quite a big book, and I'm not all about hardbacks, and this is a hardback too. The reason why I don't usually like hardbacks is because I can't get comfortable when I read them because they're like hardback, whereas I like proper bending back the book. I know some people would hate me for that because it's a nice size, like it just fits in your hand, which I like when books fit in one hand. It's okay to read. I don't like it when you have to read a book like this. That is a pre-word of warning whilst I talk about it. Actually, this review may be a bit nerdy. The texture is also amazing. The front cover has a little bit of glitter texture here, and then the title is raised. It's nice and smooth in some places. Well, the whole thing's smooth. I just like to touch textures of books. I would read this and stroke at the same time. I bought this book in Sainsbury's and I saw this, and the first thing that really made me want to buy it were the illustrations. As well as reading the book, you also have a lot to look at, so it's not just like boring pages and pages of stuff. Big it up to the illustrator of this book because they did a really good job of that. I feel like it hits the right target audience. Young people, I remember being young and I didn't really want to sit and read pages and pages, but it also will attract bookworms because book people do love an attractive book. So now I'm going to be talking more about the contents and what the book actually entails. So pretty much this is explained on the back as, imagine you are in one of those glorious vintage shops where every surface is laden with treasure. Cut glass, pillboxes, old cameras, pendants, chests of drawers and cabinets full of curiosities. This book is like that. Each chapter is one of those gem encrusted tins that you can open, peep inside and enjoy. You can either pick out little bits of it every now and again when you need it, or read through the whole thing. It's like tips and tricks of life, really. If I was to write a book, I'd probably do something similar to this. It's got all little nitbits that you might want to know, like online safety, basically anything she knows about that she can give advice on. Dating, obviously, because she got married at one point and had a kid. She'd know probably a lot about that. Skincare, which is really helpful and important. Decorating, body confidence, a bit of everything. A really good idea in my personal opinion. It's basically a book of advice from like a big sister or a mother. I also like how she does involve tips for anxious, prone, or people with anxiety. That is very important. When you read a book, a lot of the time, if you're like me, you read the advice and think, yeah, that's good advice and all, but I won't be able to do that. Whereas throughout the book, she gives you like little bits of advice to how to feel better about a situation, that it will be okay if you do it. Sounds really weird to say. It's quite reassuring to know that someone's on your same level, same wavelength. The language in the book is friendly / non-formal. so it's very, very easy to read. It's kind of like you're having a conversation with her. You can definitely tell that she helped wrote this. I know she probably didn't write it all. She probably got an editor at one point. It's friendly and you can tell it's her. So it's not like someone else has taken the book and written it for her. It's her. You can hear her talking to you basically. So now I've spoken about that, I'm going to be talking about my favourite pages. Glitz chapter, which is all about girly sort of stuff, although the whole book's not about that. But this page here on nails is basically talking about spa and the importance of looking after yourself and being relaxed when you have the time to and just chill out. You can basically try these colours on your nails. Just take the page. I don't know if Louise had the intention of this properly like being a thing, but I've bloody well made it a thing because it's freaking cool. And you put your nails underneath and you kind of test to see whether your finger would suit the colour. And actually, after looking at this, I thought my finger really looked nice on the purple, so then I went and did my manicures purple, but obviously they're off now. But that was a really cute page. I don't know, maybe I'm just very happily and easily pleased. She also had a chapter on travelling, and I found that really, really relatable and important to me because I travel one heck of a lot. Not only is it something to do with YouTube, stuff to do with YouTube and things like that, but it's also because Kyle, my boyfriend, lives far away, so I'm always travelling, and she gives tips and tricks of different forms of travelling and how you can deal with different situations and tips that she's learned over the time. They look really well illustrated. It looks like it's a big envelope. See, I just appreciate that, and I also appreciated the contents of that. Speaking of YouTube and talking about her talking about YouTube, I just wanted to say I thought that was another great thing I liked about this book. Because I'm a YouTuber, she does talk about YouTube quite a bit in it. So sometimes when you read a book from somebody who's just a random author, they talk about something and you try and relate it to your own like job or whatever you're doing at the moment, whereas with her she was bringing up that, so I could relate to it even more. So it's quite helpful when she said like little tips here and there. See, look, one right there, she's even put something there. Another chapter page that was my fave was the school one. Not sure really why, probably because I have some weird obsession with stationery. I just like the way the pages were designed, really. The illustrations of pencils, pens, typewriters, everything to do with school. I don't know, I like creativity and it's nice to read it and be excited about what's on the next page. That probably sounds really lame. And in general, one of my favourite chapters was the body confidence chapter. I thought this was really important because everything she said, actually this wasn't a chapter, this was a sub-chapter I believe. Every bit of text that was written in this chapter was something that I would say myself, and I'm not just saying that to sound cocky and big-headed, but I genuinely agreed with everything she said. And if somebody asked me to give advice about body confidence, I feel like this has it spot on. She like took the words out of my mouth. I was grateful that someone got what I get and was willing to share it with thousands of girls all over the world. She kind of spoke about like her own experience with body confidence, and then it gave you tips on achieving body confidence. Then she speaks about how you can take what you've got and work with it, which I think is something I completely agree with, because yeah, you might not like the fact you have a weird body shape, but you can buy clothes. Like there's nothing wrong with buying clothes that works with that body shape and making yourself love it. It might sound a bit false, like oh, you don't need clothes just to love yourself, which is true, but it's a step forward and it's a step towards that. So I think that's speaking about most of the things I like about this. The first thing she said was, I lead a happy life. What a marvellous first line for my first page of my first book. I lead a very happy life. I lead a happy life because I choose to. I choose to fill my days and my mind with good people, kind thoughts and positive experiences. Like she puts that in little bits of the whole book without forcing it into your head. Naturally done the way she explains her mindset, rather than just saying think happy thoughts all the freaking time in your face, because what sort of advice is that? How does someone know how to think happy thoughts? But she kind of reinforces that throughout the book naturally, and I really appreciate that. So Louise, if you're watching, which I very highly doubt you are, thank you for that, because I feel like you're going to help a lot of people and you have helped a lot of people. This book is like me, and I feel like if we were friends we would get along very well and be very happy buddies and just be way too happy probably for our own lives to contain and explode with smiles. Maybe the only thing I felt it could be missing slightly is a little bit on life with a boyfriend. That sounds really cringy and weird. I know that she obviously got married and moved in with her husband, and she spoke about dating but not really life after dating. I'd like to know a little bit more about that, but I do know that she's gone through a little bit at the moment, and she did say somewhere I heard, I think, that she struggled with that chapter a lot because she'd just come out of a relationship and that was probably hard to talk about. But but maybe that's why I wasn't in there. But I would like probably to read a little bit about her own thoughts and advice on the after dating stage, moving in with your boyfriend, because obviously I haven't done that yet. Because she did speak about babies in it, so that's obviously for older people, so it's not all for kids. She even talks about bringing up a baby. I mean, it's such a wide audience that she could be appealing to, so that's all I felt was missing. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed this book review. As you know, I will probably bring out more in the future that I recommend to you. You seem to like the ones that I pick out, which is really good. So thanks for watching. Thanks for maybe agreeing to read this. I got this for £6 in Sainsbury's, and it's in a lot of places at the moment, so check if you're in the UK. If you're in the USA, I have no idea where it's selling, but you can always check online on Amazon or eBay. I'm pretty sure it'll be there. And thank you so much. Make sure you add me on all my social networking sites and we can chat. Subscribe to me if you haven't already. Choose happiness, and happiness will choose you. Let me know what you think of this book, and if you read it already, and if you want to read it. Bye! I'm hoping this one is a little bit nicer to me. Oh! I'm doing it for you guys, so, oh god, it's got like little bits of red in it.